Hi guys, my name is Corin. I am back with another video, and today we are going to be tackling about digital cosplay. But before we dive into that, I just want to apologize for how raspy my voice is gonna be in the next few clips because I literally just recovered from a fever, but that's okay, right? This is actually going to be my first video about a makeup plus talk kind of thing. It's like those story times while someone's doing stuff. But then again, yeah, let's get into it. Sorry, I just went to put my contacts in, but let's start. And I'm eating right now, so just don't mind that. So today's episode, we're gonna be tackling about digital cosplays. What are digital cosplays? These are people who call themselves digital cosplayers who post on social media platforms of their cosplays being digitally made. You know, that doesn't make sense until I show you examples of what it actually looks like. Sorry, let me just usually these so-called digital cosplayers, they take photos of existing cosplayers and paste their own face on photos of cosplayers that exist who are cosplayers. So literally just copy this person's face and paste it onto another cosplayer's photo. Or the cosplay is just without any piece or effort that's actually cosplay, like makeup or someone just not wearing a wig or any form of clothing that resembles a character. And everything, I mean literally everything, is drawn digitally and claim it as the so-called digital cosplay. But Corin, editing and cosplay is a thing. I know, in fact, I do that myself, but not to the point that literally everything else is fake. You know, if you know what I mean. Especially with post-processing and like retouching makeup on Photoshop or whatever photo editing software you're using. It's essential to grab that accuracy, fix a few flyaways on wigs, makeup malfunctions, pretty much overall to make it look more enticing to the eyes when you see it online. It's kind of like processed photos you see from a shoot to a magazine. Now, I don't really know when this whole digital cosplay started, you know, like I've never seen that before throughout my whole years in cosplaying until the pandemic hit. Especially it's in my country, it's pretty tough with the situation. So of course people tend to discover something new, like discover new hobbies and stuff like that. And out of all things, he chose to cosplay. I'm out of concealer. But these digital cosplays have taken over Facebook, well, in my case, Facebook, for a whole while now, especially with people who are very, very, very new to cosplaying. And trust me, there are a ton of issues why this is not supported. So, does the cosplay community support it? No, it's highly discouraged. There are many reasons why it's not supported at all. One, cosplay is expensive. I mean expensive. And I think that's a problem that not every new cosplayer gets to realize. And it just doesn't... What was that? Yeah, and it just doesn't sprout from your hand. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of money. What I mean with expensive, I mean expensive, up to the point that I'd spend $200, $300 for a single cosplay. Which also, fun fact, is that my most expensive cosplay was Kaya from Genshin Impact. God, why do you have to be so expensive? So, it's technically unfair for us cosplayers who actually cosplay and actually spend money and actually take their actual blood, sweat, and tears for this cosplay, only to lose to something fake. No hard feelings. Well, I probably do, but like, it just doesn't make sense as the fact that people spend hours to do their makeup, people spend months to finish their just one costume, and only for it to lose to cosplays that aren't even called cosplay. And call me jealous about it, but I think appreciation and stuff such as recognition should be going to people who actually worked hard for it, not just something out of the blue, if you know what I mean. There's more. It's not really cosplay if there's no actual costume. What is the definition of cosplay? It's pretty much revolving around physical stuff that you see in real life. I mean, to me, how could you go out on a convention with a digital cosplay, and then just prance around the convention with what, like a huge ass cutout cardboard with a big hole cut out for your face to put in? That's what it honestly looks like. And 3, I know this is not applicable to most countries, but cosplay related businesses could just fail if something like this keeps up. I know many friends out there who have been doing business that's related to cosplay for a while now, and I appreciate each and every one of them because I do what I can to support them so they can, you know, do their cosplays from their line of business. Cosplay is very expressive, yeah? There's so much you could do with cosplay. Literally anyone can do anything with cosplay, like any version, like versions that don't even exist. And in order to do that, you need support from people who actually make costumes, who make props, who are crafters, who makeup services, like literally anyone that's in the scope of cosplay and the related businesses. And pretty much it's really against the definition of cosplay. I already mentioned it before. Cosplay just involves a lot of physical activity, from acting into that character, from mimicking their movements, their speech patterns, literally anything you can to study off that character. It takes a lot of passion and a lot of work, then again a lot of money as well. Overall, it will just affect a lot of creators if it just defies the actual definition of cosplay. Wait, I'm trying to remember which side is his car. Okay, so it's on that side. So the real thing is there a way to avoid hurting the community when it comes to these so-called digital cosplays? Instead of digital cosplay, why not call it digital art or edit? Well, because the thing is, you can't really call it cosplay then again if it's not something that you can bring physically. It wouldn't really hurt to call it an edit instead of a cosplay. I think I f***ed up. Besides, it's another way of art, yes, just not in the scope of cosplay. Why is that slanted like that? Okay, now that that's fixed, let's continue. So, about saving up. I know cosplay is expensive and all that, but there are ways to do cosplay without spending as much as, like, you know, full on big digits. You can actually start investing in paper wigs. Paper wigs, there are lots of tutorials on YouTube, and there are also things such as closet cosplays where you don't really need to buy a costume. I mean, an accurate costume of the character itself, but you can just think of what you can from your wardrobe and then associate it with that character. Just literally be creative with everything. You can, in fact, make recycled cosplays out of trash, and then you can use paper mache for props. Literally almost anything that you can find in your home, you can make something out of that. You just have to think different. One reason why people don't usually do something like that is because they get bullied for it. And well, it's because there are just people who are always like that. But you know what? 100%, I tell you, 100% the community just really supports you with that. Like, just being low budget and everything, because everyone has almost gone through the same thing. Everyone has done something before they got to the point where you see them absolutely slaying with their cosplays. Like it just doesn't go like that. You really have to cultivate it from the beginning. So you really have to start small from somewhere. Then again, with cosplay, you can literally do anything with it. You have to respect each other's boundaries. You have to respect each other's styles, culture. Yes, even in cosplay, there is culture. The community is just really supportive, and I just really hope that people who are new to the community get to see how open they can be. Then again, yeah, my personal advice, everyone starts from somewhere. It takes a lot of patience. In fact, it took me years, and all it took me was just patience. I am a very impatient person, so when it comes to stuff like that, I just have to discipline myself and just say, yeah, this is just the first time. You'll learn and you'll grow from it. I think I've said what I said, and I'm sure there's tons of advice lying out there for you guys to try, tons of new stuff that awaits you, because right now the community is still growing and it will continue to do so. It's always there, and just have fun, because that's the main purpose why cosplay exists. That's all I can offer for today's video. I am really glad I got to express my say on these issues, and I will be talking about more, especially when it's focused in the Philippines, because I'm in the Philippines and there are certain issues there that just cannot be looked away. So that's pretty much my aim for this channel one day, to, you know, face issues and not tag it as anything taboo. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, before I leave, make sure to leave any advice if you want in the comments, or any experiences at all. Bye!